Welcome back. I thought today it would be fun to take you on a tour of our home now that it is decorated for Christmas. Here is our main hangout area. This is where we spend the majority of our time. So I decided to put the Christmas tree in this room this year. And the nice thing about having it here is you can actually see it from not only when you're eating dinner here at the table or crafting like we do all the time, but you can actually also see it from our living room, which is where we spend the majority of our time Christmas morning when we're opening our gifts and hanging out. And that's also where we spend most of our cozy nights curling up, enjoying a Christmas movie or whatever it is that we're doing that night. We are normally in that room. So it's nice to have the tree right here in the middle where we can see it from pretty much every angle in our living space. Outside, I started with a poinsettia here. I found this at Costco. It's real and it's really large and pretty. And then we have our Christmas bells here on the front door. So as you walk in, you see our Christmas tree, and we did have to shift our table over a little bit. Normally we have the table centered in this room, and this area is a hall for us. But we decided that we wanted more room around the tree, and instead of walking down that little hall area, we can just walk through the middle here. Last year, my son got the Polar Express for a gift from Grandma and Grandpa. He loves trains. We decided to keep it out with our Christmas decor and have it go around the tree. I like to keep our tree simple with ornaments that really mean something to us that we've either made or we have family photos and just all kinds of different ornaments. There is no real theme. I do use ribbon to just fill in the empty spots since this is a large tree, but I have ornaments from when I was a kid, and then we have ornaments that were given to us from family, and it's just a fun way to see all of our memories out on our tree at one time. I also have certain pictures and frames that I pull out once a year. I store these in our Christmas decor. My son just painted this nutcracker, so I displayed it here on this little photo stand. And then we have this little light up box that sings. My children absolutely love playing that all day long. Each year I do these shelves a little differently. This year I decided to do nutcrackers on this shelf, and then up here we have the cross stitch that was handed down to us from my mother-in-law, and our little mini trees, and then we have a vintage elf. We do not play the elf on the shelf game, but I love that little vintage elf. He's probably from, I'm guessing, the 1950s. I found him at a vintage store. And then here we have a real wreath. I found this at Trader Joe's and it smells so good. As you turn from our dining table, you see this little nook that I can link the video that we just did on redoing this nook. But I've just added some decor that we've had for years and years. Here's a candy dish that I will put candy in when we get closer to Christmas. And then I just have our little snowman collection. My son actually made this, and we've just put all the snowmen together. Down here I have a silly Christmas craft that I did years ago. I made a sock snowman of my husband and me, and those have been around for at least 10 years now. We recently brought our piano into this nook area, which has been amazing because my son has started to play and tinker around with it, and then whenever my dad comes over, he can play as well. Then I simply added our 2 leftover pillows that we kept out of all the pillows we decluttered, and I just got some red covers for these and added these to our little bench seat here. In this room, I've just added this Christmas quilt to the back of our sofa that we've had for years and years. I love that it just adds some extra Christmas decor, and we can use it as a throw blanket, obviously. Then I found this cute nutcracker blanket that I just couldn't pass up at a secondhand store, and we use that on cold nights. And of course, we have our Christmas Santa elf here on the shelf, and that's it for this room. This is the first year that I decided to add a little bit of Christmas decor to our kitchen. I found this pre-lit fake garland at Lowe's, and I think it adds a lot to our kitchen here. And I'm in here a lot, so I thought it would be nice to add a little bit of light. I also added our little snowman salt and pepper shaker here on my shelf with my cookbooks. And then something that is just for fun are these little elf cutouts that I got from IKEA. I think they just add a little quirkiness to the kitchen, and I think that's really cute. This is how we have decorated up to this point, but as the month goes on, I like to add more natural decor to keep that fresh pine smell in our home. So I will go and get some of those branches and add them to vases or a tablescape. I also have to still hang our Christmas lights outside, and I might add a few wreaths to the front of our house. But other than that, this is how we decorate as a cozy minimalist family. We like to keep it pretty simple, and I like to keep most of the decor in just this living space in our home. We do have a few little knick-knack things here and there in our boys' room, and that's just because that's what they've requested. But other than that, all the decor is just in this area where we spend the majority of our time. And all of this fits in 2 of those Christmas bins plus our tree box, and I am so happy with that amount of decor. I actually ended up using everything that we had in those 2 boxes, so I think I'm pretty good with what we have right now. The only new thing I added this year were the Christmas bells for the front door, and I'm happy I did because I think that looks really nice. And I'm super happy with the way this is all set up, and we are ready to just enjoy this cozy Christmas month. I am also vlogging every single day this month over on my other channel, Simply Shannon, so I will link that down below in case you're interested in following along with all the Christmas crafts we're making and all the fun stuff we're doing this month. So again, I will just have that linked below in case you're interested. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.